Alright folks, welcome to this exciting video. Today I'm out with my cousin and we're on a crazy adventure up the glens here folks. And we're at Glen Esk. I nearly forgot what it was called. And today we're going to the Queen's Well. Here's the sign up here, look. There's actually footpaths all the way to Ballater up this road. A few weeks ago I was at this glen when I went up to like Loch Lee and Invermark and beyond, all the way up. I saw loads of adders on that adventure a few weeks ago, but today we're coming up a different path, and today we're going to the Queen's Well, which was built at the top of this Scottish hill for the late Queen Victoria, and it's a cool historical location that I've wanted to go to for years and I've never visited. So today we've got the perfect summer conditions for this adventure, so let's get into it folks. Look at this crazy landscape that we're in today folks. It's absolutely magical to see this. And we've followed the path that says Mount Keene and the Queen's Well, and it just says it's 2 miles, so again it's not actually such a far adventure as what we thought. So yeah, we're just about to head on up the path now. Check this out, we've come further up this hill path here. And just look at the detail of these old cast iron pillars here folks, and this old gate. Just think how long this gate stood on the hill. It's proper worn in there for the years of operation here. Because I think this is a popular like public path up the hill. And the landscape, look at the view down that way. Wow. So cool to see that. And all the purple heathers out flowering the new folks, so it is a crazy scene once again. Check this out folks, there's a dangerous river crossing in progress here. I'm just hoping this middle stone's no slippy, it's no too bad. We're in the middle of a wild landscape again. Just check it out folks, we've just come up this way and the actual burn runs down the path there. It must be because these little hill burns are higher than normal. But we're still just heading on through this crazy landscape. The sun's lighting up the top of these massive hills here. And there's just some crazy cliffs. So yeah, on with this adventure. Look at this crazy landscape that we're in now folks. We've walked further up the path and in the distance we can see the Queen's Well, which is an incredible stone structure like, and it's just standing within this crazy landscape. And it's amazing to see the height of these mountains here. It's literally solid stone here, old rock seams, which probably at one time stuck out the top of glaciers here on the land. So Queen Victoria loved the glens and loved Scotland, and she came here quite often, and so did the late Queen Elizabeth II, who sadly died this past week folks. And today we've kind of come here to remember the Queen who's just passed, who did so much for the country, as did Queen Victoria, who this fountain was put in for. So it's quite cool to see that. And then think of the history there in the British monarchy, how they've always chosen Scotland to come to for their kind of quiet times in life, or even to mourn and stuff like that. It's pretty crazy to think about. Like, there was so much royal history here in Scotland, from the Queen Victorian era all the way to modern day royal family. Look at this folks, nature once again on the channel. Look at the wee frog. I just about stood on him as he was crossing the road. He's cool as anything. I think he is a frog rather than a toad. It's funny to see that nature. Oh look, he just got flipped over by the blade of grass. What a shame. Wow, it just shows you what nature's out here in the hills. He must struggle to climb through the blades of grass because he's so small. See that? Think how much like wildlife and nature's just within this landscape. It's just untamed, like wild hillside here. Look at this folks, we've come further up past the Queen's Well because there's a few folk there visiting it just now. We'll go and record it in a second. We're away to see what this plaque says here at the side of the path. There's just a crazy network of paths over all these mountains and hills here. And the waterfall I was at like a few weeks ago in my videos, I think, is round over that hill there. Oh, Invermark Estate, it's saying. Deer stalking takes place on this estate to keep numbers in balance with the upland environment and for economic benefits. So there you go, folks. Between mid-August and 20th of October, over the whole estate. Because of the recent storms here in Scotland, folks, the rivers are just so peaty. It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's like these big stones have been put in place here to stop it eroding this embankment. We're keeping an eye out for adders today on this adventure. There's such a nice little farmhouse kind of wee house there, a little cottage. And it's crazy just to see this landscape, like, folks. That would be such an ideal little house to live in. And it's amazing to see the Queen's Well just sitting within this environment. I always thought it was on top of a hill. So it's been cool to come today and see it here. Well, we're away to see it right now, folks. So this is an incredible old fountain here, folks. I have found out 1861 is when Queen Victoria and Prince Albert came here, and they drank out of this well here on their journey. So it's so cool to come and record it today and like see what's left of it out on this wild hill. It's a cool bit of royal history here. Look at this, folks, we've made it. I waited till those tourists kind of went away, and look, there's more people coming already. It's such a popular spot here on the hill. And it looks like it's made of granite or whatever type of grey stone here is on the hill. Check it out, they've got the old carving with the crazy old font. Wow, folks, what a crazy place this is. Look, the stones have all been shaped. Look, here's a plaque. So 1861, that's a madness, folks. Ancient British history right there. So there we go, folks. I think they're Canadian or American, these people. I'm not sure where my cousin's gone. He's over by the river, he was taking some photos. But when I saw there was nobody here, I darted over to record the history, folks. Sometimes at a busy public place, you don't often get the opportunity to take all stuff like this in, because there's so many people like coming and going. Yeah, it is a popular spot up here at Glen Esk. So I think these tourists that came over, folks, must be American, I believe. And they just came barging into the scene there when we were recording the ancient historical wonder. But that is how it is at these places, like I said a minute ago in the video. And it's interesting to see that and think that was put there 1861, and just imagine Queen Victoria coming here. And it's a crazy bit of like British history, and it's cool to document something new each week, and I've never seen it and I always wanted to come and visit it. And there is another like historical monument on the hill up here which we're going to visit like another day, because it's quite cool as well. It looks like a pyramid, almost like built out of stone. Look at this, folks, on our walk down the road here, that's a caterpillar. That yellow and black thing right there is a caterpillar, and it's crazy to see it here in the wild. It's not as big as that hawk moth caterpillar that we saw a few weeks ago in the video, but it is another bit of crazy Scottish nature documented. It's funny to see like the vivid yellow and black and the colours of that. It's so cool. That'll turn into a moth or a butterfly. Look at this, folks, we've just come off the public footpath here slightly, and there's this old bridge, and it looks crazy. From a distance we thought it was some old like relic. Look, it's like there's been an older bridge here or a footbridge, and it's actually fallen away at one time. Maybe be like a high river. It's cool often to see like a wee nugget of the Glen history like this on an adventure. It's a wee bridge probably just crossed over by the farmer or the gamey. But it looks like they've put wire on it, so I'm not sure if that's to stop the sheep landing in the river. Yeah, we'll take a look down at this wee footbridge, folks. It's a cool little bit of history. Yeah, there's some sort of metal bracket sticking out there. Yeah, that bridge has been a later addition with the cement ends and the metal beams. Anyway, on with this adventure. I think this is the same river that flows down Glen Esk and then down through the Rocks of Solitude and then under the Ganachie Bridge and on past like Edsall and places like that. And all these rivers feed into one another, and they all come from these waterfalls and crazy streams up in the hills. And that's how it's so peaty as well, from the rainwater washing through the peat bogs up on these wild hills. Further down river, the rivers are just pure brown with the quantity of peat like within them. Look at this, folks, there's a pure green beetle right there in the middle of the frame. Look at it running. It's pure green. Just shows you what is around here in nature. Again, that right there is insane. Whoa, I got a fright fit. I saw it running and thought it was another one of those little frogs. Yeah, you get some mad beetles, different varieties of colours, and shapes and sizes. That was an unusual one. Look at this, folks, this is crazy. Here we are, folks, back at the same road end that we started this adventure at. So I'm going to end it here. It's been cool to see all that stuff. But goodbye for me, goodbye for my cousin, and we'll catch you in the next adventure very soon, wherever we end up going.